Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So, I think this is going to be our last live stream on this planet. And I was thinking we'd probably let's do a bootleg mine. So, like a small mine in the jungle, just something to sort of make it a little different. And I'd like to get it done today because I'd like to start the next world on Monday. So, let's see what we get to. First thing I'm going to do is yesterday, I went out for a cool hike and I found this that I had to 3D scan. Um, just grab it. Ground pipe scan. Get this out of the way. So I thought this was super cool. So I scanned it with my phone. I just used LiDAR, so it's not the highest quality scan, but it will certainly work for what we need. And I was like, oh, we could use that to make like a small mine. So yeah, we'll put that in our scene and probably have the mine like up here kind of vibe. Okay, let's bring. So yeah, that's where we're starting based on a pipe that I found. Mesh, circle, and scale it 50 times. That'd be our ground. I don't think we actually need it in the middle. I'll put it more like over here. How do we want it? I'm gonna rotate this. RZ90. Cool. And we'll set it like that. So this is gonna be our look primarily. We're not gonna come back out here too much, I don't think. Maybe we'll give it a little more room. There we go. Happy Friday. Fill our ground. Oh, don't do that. And then we'll bring this up. Looks pretty good, actually. Kind of ties in nicely. We can maybe warp it a little bit if we need to. Let's leave it there for right now. Okay, this object. I'm just starting with the ground today. And we're going to quad remesh it to, say, 500. Delete the original. Move this. New collection. Get owned. Great. Now we're going to edit it. And I think C. Select just these. I think that'd be enough. And details. Is it detail or detail? I think it's tails. I always forget when it's been a while. Because then we're going to come in, add a modifier, terrain, trainer base. Gotta be detail. All right. Oh. Detail. Yeah. I did flatten it, but not enough. Let's look and see. Tab. Assign. There we go. Got to assign it first. It's like, what's going on? That's enough. Yeah. Just to get some flatness back into here. And I don't super care, so they were just going to say yes and apply it. And then we're going to sculpt and just smooth this edge down a little bit here. Kind of blend our thing in a bit more. Great. Okay. So far, so good. Maybe we could create a path too, kind of like along here. And like that. Yeah, all right. Flatten this all down. And I don't know, I just feel like it'd be 'There's a little bit of bumps. kind of sculpt up just so it's not entirely just designed. I don't know. It's just fun to make some changes every once in a while. Cool. Like it. Go back to object mode. Actually, let's go to weight paint. Great. That follow our path. Yep, pretty much. Cool. And object mode. I'm just going to rename it from detail to clearing. And now let's go ahead and save. New 260821. Bootleg mine. Oh, God damn it. Hit enter. Oh, come on. 260821. Bootleg mine. Now we're saved. All right. And I'm going to just sort of start jumping in on laying out this area first. Let's grab botanic and let's find a plant. We're going to go with this sucker here. We're going to use plants we haven't necessarily used before, but just to fill in our space. Going to hide that. And actually, let's take another one. Down, rotate it, but not too much. No, don't rotate that way. A little higher. I'm gonna bring it in front. I just want to hide where those interact. Cool. And I think for scale, I need to bring a person in now too, so I can sort of see what we're looking at. Yeah, that's right. That's fine. And that gives us, if you take a look, I don't want to lose our pipe, but it's not really all just about that. So, but I do like it. Maybe we won't do this one. Just thinking, let's go look for something else, shrubs, like a shrub that's kind of rough looking instead. That might be better. Yeah, I think that is. Let's do that. Let's do that on both. I'll put a couple down here of this one on this side. I have this material on it. Interesting. Normally that would have a material. Well, let's give it a material just because I'm kind of want to see something on it. Landscape, dirt and grass. because that helps us see what our ground is doing. Cool. All right. So far, so good. We need a little plant here. Again, shrubs. Something small. That would be too big. That is too big. That's better. Just going to kind of cover up those weird 3D scan bushes we have on the other side. Just a little bit. They can be there in somewhat as long as they're kind of covered. Partially. Kind of tie them in. And then you won't even notice. See? Yeah. Much better. Okay, I'm gonna now just gonna bring our brightness up because we seem like we're doing a lot of this today with materials. So let's take it to 8. There we go. Okay. Now I think it's important that we get sort of the plant life in, because I'm kind of thinking of more like a film set. So this would be the real stuff. Then we'll do some extensions afterward. So like this would be a real place theoretically, which means we need to get all the trees in that are going to block our vision and that sort. Ground, biome scatter, open the biomes. I'll know. Yeah, you will. I will too. Once you see the secret sauce, you can't stop thinking about the secret sauce. And I promise we're not just going to do plants around a pipe today. We will do other stuff, but I do love plants around a pipe though. Come on. While that loads, I'm going to turn my fan on 1 sec. There we go. And jungle. Look at just for like a floor first so we can get that done right. I think I'm going to do jungle ground 4. We're only going to put that in the clearing too. So it's going to go huge, and then it's going to be like, there's too many. And then we're going to be like, we know, and cut it back. Because there's no reason to do all this across this entire space. We're not going to see most of it. Yeah. Fine. Okay, come down here and in. Just give us a bit more room. Jungle ground, vertex group, clearing, and reverse it. And turn on. Yeah, cool. That already really helps probably ground. Yes, that pipe. It does. Looks good. I don't mind the concrete. It's not actually concrete, it's gravel, but let's just edit it a little bit. Grab this object and sculpt mode and drag it, make it a bit bigger. Just gonna bring it down. I don't want to mess the pipe too much. If it warps it a little bit, doesn't really matter, and it did warp it a little bit already. But just bring that in more. That's better. We can also make sure we don't have any of these rough edges here. I love using 3D scans when you can like this because you can't beat the fidelity. It definitely feels real. Save. Okay. Object mode again. So there's our path. Great. It's great to see. Now we're kind of looking this way. And we're going to put something like right in here. I'm going to just for funsies come back to here and I want to do a new vertex group and we'll paint it. Okay. Smooth it out a little bit. I think that's going to be where our tower is going to go. We'll call it tower. It may end up being the same as clearing, but I'm going to try keeping them separate so we can possibly do something different. We can always just duplicate and do that too if we want to. Okay, then jungle, forest. Which one have we been using? 7. It's this whole thing. Oh, did I put it inside? I don't want that. Okay. I want it out of that. Okay. Delete it. Okay, I don't want to do that. Yeah, from the top. Now let's try doing it. Where'd it go? Fine. New base group. No. Weird. Okay. Undo. You're being a pain. Okay. Shouldn't be doing this. Feels like that's a bug. Railgun. Next week. For sure. Still putting it underneath. Why is it doing that? Okay, you know what? We're going to do this again. This is just annoying. I don't know what's going on. Delete that. Starting again. Jungle Force 7. Cool. And then Jungle Ground 4. Cool. They're separate this time. Good. I don't know what the hell happened, but Jungle Ground 4. Now we can set the vertex group clearing, reverse it, and on. Only the clearing. Cool. Jungle Force 7. I'm actually going to need both of these together. So let's come back here. Let's select, assign, no jungle. Okay. No jungle. on. Whee! Cool. I'm just gonna turn off all this stuff in. Let's go back into gray mode. Kind of start tweaking this thing a bit. Twigs, I don't think we need them. We'll leave them off right now. Trees, we like them. We don't need as many maybe as last time, so maybe we will still leave the pattern on this time. But scale, we had our default, our random scale was 2 or 3. We'll go 2 this time. Okay. Now, I do want to block. Maybe so we do need to get rid of the pattern or change the turn it off. Yeah, we'll turn it off. It's fine because I want to have a trees between those two things there, but not a ton of them, which is kind of nice like this actually. So we can put something right there and have light trees in the middle. Actually, I think I'm going to take this one here and change it from clearing to no jungle. Yes. Because I want the same kind of base stuff going on there. Then these can all come back on if we care. Yeah, we'll leave the twigs for right now. But we don't need to see this stuff right now. It does look good though. It's working. And don't really need to see any of it here either. Let me just turn this one off entirely, just so we know it's there. Now, we want a tower of some kind. I guess we do. We could just grab the existing one and shrink it. That might be the easiest way. Where are we? Over here. This bad boy here. We could just grab that. Come back here. And paste it. It's going to be huge. S.2. Seems about right, actually. Gotta love when that happens. Let me scale up a little bit. But I don't want to go outside of our... Cool. Nice. And what's our scale on it? 0.247. Just take it to even 2.5 just for make my life easier. Cool. Save. Now, let's see if there's any other parts of the other one we want. This thing we could take, and it's not going to be on top of the tower. What if we brought it over to like here? Where'd it go? S.25. So shrink it by the same equivalencies. Put it like that. That's kind of fun. We get rid of the little sign thing. Material. Vertices gone. Okay. We just need to push back our trees just a little bit there, which is no problem. Over here, weight paint. And just push our trees back. It's the tiniest bit. I'm not too worried if they touch a little bit, though. I think that's okay. There we go. That's better. Into it. Then we're going to take this and move to a new collection, structures. Maybe we'll move this to structures as well. I want to try a few little things around it. Let's see. Now, I want to grab Jungle Ground 2, I think. Let's make sure it doesn't bug out on us, which it's never done before, but hey. Looks like it did again. Yeah, it did, but that's okay. Is it just doing that? I want to see. That's still okay. So it is definitely going inside that area, which is fine. I actually kind of like having both. They're kind of cool together. We're gonna delete this twig. Let's turn both on. So we get everything from our ground. Okay. Do like having more on the ground. Those are nice, actually. I don't need 2 ground covers. Although what we could do, if we scale up that ground cover to 2, maybe even 4. Yes, I like that. And then we set it to have no pattern, so it's everywhere. Great. Now we give it a proximity to repel our structures. And we reverse the direction. We get a lot in here because the ground is still there under this thing. I like that. And then we can try, let's see, culling masks, upward obstruction, structures. It'd be a little weird around that. All right, but yep, there we go. So now it gets bigger near the pipe, but it won't go whenever the pipe comes up above the ground. It won't do it. I'm into that. That feels cool. Like I said, I could spend all day doing grass on ground, something I legitimately enjoy. But that feels neat. Okay. Now I want to do one more thing, I think. Let's see. I say one more thing, but it's always one more thing. Select. Let's see. Edit. Plus, 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 plus. And for our vertex group, that's why I don't want them to be the same. I'm going to make it clearing. Then I'm going to remove no jungle. No. Oh, God damn it. Undo. Deselect, not remove. Deselect no jungle. In clearing, we're going to set a weight of 0.5 and a sign. And then we come to this one, ground. Instead of no jungle, we'll use clearing. Now I want we're going to have to weight paint it. Okay. Weight paint. And we want blur. Let's turn off geoscatter. Cool. I might even paint a bit more on top. Just want the stuff to go out into the jungle just a little bit. That's the point of this. Love vertex groups. Okay, sure. Paint strength 0.5. Shrink down. Fill it out a little bit more. Just some stuff in here. Just add a little bit more. Okay, that'll be good, I think. Yeah. So it's hard to tell, but it kind of fades out a little bit. But then if I bring my trees back in, you see that they go into that zone area there. So we get a little bit of that ground, and it kind of fades out, which makes sense even for a real jungle where there's clearing, you get new growth rapidly. Okay, so we're doing fine. And I can even put like that just to see. So all this, because there's ground cover in here too. Yeah. We have a few empty areas right in and around the edge there that I'm not super keen on. Let's look at that. Weight paint. I think I want it bigger here too. I could spend days just planting trees. Let's give it a little thicker back here too. Yeah, then that goes into the other stuff. And we're further away then. Cool. Feels good. Okay. Take a look. Oh man, that's badass looking. That's really nice. It's getting what we want. And there's that cool looking pipe. And we got a little bit of just dirt in there that I'm not super into. Let's see. I think that should be part of clearing, shouldn't it? Let's see. Here, tab, tower, select. I'm just going to add that to clearing. Great. That's better. And upward obstruction on this. Structures. Let's see if that works for us or not. It might clear out a little bit more than we want. It's not too bad though. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, now we just flow right into that tower. It's working good. Take on another bush or two just to kind of make it feel less like they're just blocking, doing less like they're doing what they are, which is blocking that view. So we could even take this. I don't know, we need to duplicate a whole bunch of them, but just some more there like that. And I'll do the same thing over here too. Okay. Now we're just going to move all these shrubs into their own group, I think. Move, new collection, shrubs. Much as I love wet puddles, I don't think you're going to see them on the ground this time. Like there's so much undergrowth. We can try it though. Let's look and see. Like there's no ground showing anywhere that I can see. I do like me some wet puddles though. Yeah, that's better. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm into it though. Then I want to check something here real quick. Structures. Shift A, mesh, plane. Yeah. Yeah, we don't necessarily want that. We could just leave it be. It doesn't need to be in structures. Okay. I mean, it could be, but again, you wouldn't see because it would just be like, look, nothing, all covered in stuff. You know, um, there's no there's no ground to make wet. Which, is fine with me. Um, we could just for funsies. I don't know how it would look. Let's see. Let's take this object here. Geoscatter off. Just that bad boy. And shading. Make sure there's only one material. Good, there is just one material. And we're gonna just call it scanned pipe. And we could do Shift A, search, noise, texture. Sure. First off, I think our roughness, yeah, 1 is fine, I guess. Or by default, we're going to change it from 1 to there. Let's take a look. Okay. That'll make it. That'll add a little bit of sheen to it. Let's see. We could punch up the intensity of it. So now it'll be darker. And now there will be some shinier bits and some less shiny bits. I'm not sure we'll notice, but some kind of, see, you got some like water on it now, it looks like. We could do that. And we could also then Shift A, search. Oh, come on. Just mix these together. Yeah. And we want multiply, but not a lot, just some. So now the darker part, the shinier parts will be a little darker. So now the pipe does have some, and we got some wet parts underneath that you won't see, but come back. Yeah, it's a little bit more interesting. No worries. Where my shrubs is at. There we go. Everything comes back. Good deal. So today's less about modeling and more about making a scene, seems like. I don't know how much we're going to actually like build, but that's fine. I'm going to look for another object I want to use. I feel like big, medium, small might have something in the water village. In the platforms. I feel like a little platform could be kind of fun in here. This is a stair platform. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it is. Don't really want stairs. I'm gonna Oh, and it's going into structures too, so it's going to be slow. We'll fix that in just a second because I don't want it in structures because I don't want it to hide the undergrowth. There we go. Okay. First off, it's too tall. Just going to delete it. Then I'm going to turn off all that. And then I'm going to come to here. Let's grab a platform. Good. And I don't want it nearly as high up as this thing could go. So this is actually pretty good. I'm going to kind of put it over here, I think. I'm going to go up a little bit higher. How about that? There we go. Into that. And then I don't want to do too much of this kind of thing because this is what the next world's going to be a lot more like, I think. But just a little bit. Maybe we'll, instead of this one, let's do this one. It's a little bit bigger, I think. Sometimes it's hard to tell from looking at the thumbnails. Oh yeah, it's a little bigger. I'll put it over here. Like that. Yeah, okay, cool. Now we just need to start deleting some things out of it. It doesn't need a lot of this stuff. It's not a fishing village. I'll keep the rope just because it's cool. I'll keep the net just because it's cool. The rest of this stuff I think we're all right with. We'll get rid of the Chinese lantern because it doesn't really fit with our world. Get rid of the fishing net. Get rid of this thing again too. Okay, cool. Freaking huge. Props. Let's go find something. I got wee, not so wee, and freaking huge. There's a movie probably most people have not seen. Is there a ladder? I thought there was. Don't see it though. If there was, I don't see it. But we can grab another one from somewhere else. Actually. There's a ladder. Cool. I'm into that. It's all right. There. And rotate on 3D cursor. And cool. Ladder leaning up against our platform. I should be on the other side, but I like that there. So let's just take this platform. I'm just going to take this whole platform. Select objects. Medium point. What? Oh no, the whole platform. That's nothing. Okay, we get rid of that one. There we go. SY, S1. No. I'm just going to join them together. Cool. There we go. That's better. Okay. And we're good. So now the whole lines up with that. Nice. And I didn't care which way it faced. It made no difference to me, really. So I think we want to put a tent on top now. I'm going to look for a tent. Do I have such a thing? No, I do not. How can there not be any tents? Okay, well, whatever. We're going to make one then. That'd be fun. Okay. Up to here. Shift A, mesh, plane. Gonna make it kind of fairly large tent. There we go. Control A, rotation scale. Up just a little bit. Now, Control R, or tab rather. 2. Add an edge loop. Bring it up to like that. Cool. Now, I'm gonna bevel that just a tiniest bit. There we go. So I can grab this, and this, and EGZ down SZ0 like that. Cool. Now, probably want to make a frame. I think we do. Let's take, okay. Okay, fine. All those. And then same on the other side. Not that. Look, we are modeling stuff. Woohoo! Okay, all that. Q, curve extract. Up. Good deal. And I'm just gonna scale it in there and no. Down slightly. That's probably better. So all that's now inside of our thing, right? Roughly looks pretty good. Go up just a little bit. Nope, we just want it all the way in. That's fine. Okay. Still not all the way in. There, just leave it down. Save. So this is going to be our tent cloth. This is going to be our tent object. Okay. So we're going to take the object and convert it to mesh. Great. Actually, before I do that, geometry, fill caps. Now convert to mesh, just to make sure. Solid object. Morning, Brian. Good to see you, man. Okay. And this bad boy, tab A W subdivide. Yes, it will let me do it. $10. We get a little bit more than we need around the edges. Let's go to like 25. 25 should be fine. Okay. And physics. Make it a cloth. Okay, it's going to be, I don't know. Shrink pressure? No. Heavy silk. Shrink 0.05. Or not. Maybe not even. Just go to 0 for now to start. Okay. This object is going to be a collision with a friction of 85%. I think maybe the maximum you can give it. Cool. And then just to make our lives easier, tab. Ooh, that's a lot of 3, Shift G, normal. Cool. I want to unsubdivide that. Face. Unsubdivide. Yeah, that's a lot better, actually. Sure, that should be fine. Hey, Michael. Tab. Gonna grab AM by distance. And we can even make it 0.01. Yeah, that'll, okay, there we go. That's better. Just take it down to the centimeter. Much happier on that side. Still too many, but we're better. Take those. Those. This one. This one. Not that one. This one. This one. And of course, this one. And we're going to assign to pin with a weight of 1. Now, I want to sculpt mode. I'm just going to pull this up off my frame. Cloth sims really don't like intersections if you can avoid them. So let's just get rid of them. Great. Save. Let's see this object here. Quality, we want it to be 2020. Good enough for my vision, good enough for my cloth sim. And save. And let's see what happens. I think it goes too far, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. So things we're learning. Good deal. Tab 2. And grab all those. Well, no, not those. Well, maybe. Let's try this first. Come on. That and that and pin. And then I think I'm going to take off. Might even, let's see. Can I just do this? Nah, we'll just let it go. And we will shrink it maybe 0.05. Save. Let's see what that does. There's no reason we had to do a cloth sim. We could have just literally left it like it was, but I kind of like getting that in there because this is a little bit of wrinkles that I think is fun. And I think that's enough. So we'll use it. And we're just going to finish and apply cloth, apply all modifiers. Great. Let's give it solidify of 0.005, 5 millimeters. Apply all. Great. And this one, sure. Now we have a tent on top of our thing. And I like the way it kind of lines up around its frame and all that kind of stuff. It's just fun. Did we need to? No. Is it fun? Yeah. Cool. And let's give it a material. Let's see, fabric of some kind. There's a green linen. There's an orange fabric. Let's do the orange fabric just to maybe make it stand out a little more. And our frame, some kind of a metal. Exactly. You know, like, all right, we're gonna do it. Let's do it. I don't know. I might do distressed hull. I was kind of thinking I wouldn't, but I do like it as a good metal. I was gonna do wasteland metal, but that's a little shiny. So let's just see. Oh, should already have one. Multiple ones. I'm gonna clean up, purge unused data. Tired of these Python call errors. Yes, 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 whatever. Okay, there's no cloth sims anymore. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a fun color. I like what it's doing. Looks like it got stretched a little bit. Let's just tab A, U, cube project. I feel like that. It's a little off, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Is my ring touching anything? That ring is not touching anything, is it? I just now noticed that. Let's get rid of it. L. L hide. A X vertices. How those two connect. I see. X edges. Doesn't need it. It's fine. That is a question. Only you can answer that question, my friend. Only you. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah. I'm just gonna merge my tent together into a single object now. Join it. And I'm gonna call it tent. And even though it doesn't matter anymore, I'm gonna clear the animation data because I hate animation data. It just gets in your way. We can move our tent over here. So the entrance is probably here, but you could look out that side. That's cool. then I want to go grab something we were using yesterday because this is a case where duplicating can be kind of cool because we'll be used to it. But I don't know. Again, no one but me will ever notice, but whatever. And that would be this greeble here. And we're going to scale it down. So we had these sitting in our thing yesterday. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Other way. Cool. And because one should never miss an opportunity to connect a cable to anything, cool. Let's see. Simulate cable. See if it'll touch. It's probably not even going to bother, but let's see what it does. Oh, that shouldn't be in. No, it's not. It's going to think for a minute. Hopefully it won't crash. There's a lot of dependencies on this object. I was hoping it wouldn't mess with them, but it seems like it is. We'll give it a minute. Oh, and we're finished. Cool. That's all right. It's fine. Now, save. Settings, turn off dynamic scale. Extras, utility, flanges and couplings. Custom. Flange caps. Only on caps. Radius of 0.1. That looks pretty good, actually. Yep. It's not exactly perfect, but definitely gets us where we need to be. I'm just going to separate it out. P section. Cool. Object, set origin to geometry. Oh, wait. L. P. Just that. Yes. Object, set origin to geometry. There we go. RZ. Yeah, I need to shrink it a little bit now. Cool. Great. And we're going to make it material-wise. What do we want? Sure, we'll use distressed hull. Now we'll make this one. Let's see. Dirty yellow painted black, or painted sounds good. New dirty yellow. Let's see what that looks like. Perfect. So that's jumping from there to there. We like it. Mhm. Cool. So we made our tent. We've got that in there. Um, all we really need to do is just play with it for a bit now. I'm kind of into that, like, what can we do to just amp it up just a tiny bit? Um, but I am digging it. I think we're gonna get rid of this guy. And trying to decide what guys I want to use. So we could just go with sort of some of our existing characters, or we could make our own. Maybe we'll make our own up here. So I'll probably bring him back actually, but whatever. And we're going to turn off geoscatter. We want to move this, this. All these can be in platform. Actually, I kind of like them being part of that platform. Let's move that out of slot into the scene collection. And we can move the ladder to our platform. Move this and this to our platform. We'll move all that platform. Okay. Tent, we can move to our platform. It's all there? Yes. Lasers. A laser. Let's see, where's our guy? Who do we want to use? I like Michael. He's kind of scruffy looking. And we're just going to randomize his body entirely. Oh, I like he's got like a gut. Butt strong. He looks good. Love when that happens. Face, randomize it all. Whew, now he's got bug eyes. But okay, sure. Height, 5'4". Let's make him a little taller. 5'7". 5'10". Sure, we'll go with 5'10". We're gonna randomize his skin. Subsurface is on. Cool. Hair, accurate. And outfit. Let's try this look. Yeah, all right. That kind of works for me. Footwear. Big old honking flight suit boots. I think they're fun. Let's see. Yeah, they are fun. We'll fix the fabric in a minute after we pose him. And pose. Concentrating. What's that one? I don't think I like it. No, that's a little too. What's this sick one? Sometimes. Dude, that looks not bad for like he could have a phone too. Let's use that one. Gonna bring his arm out a little bit. Local mode. Rotate our X. Just a little bit like that. And then rotate it. That just a little bit. Cool. I'm into that. Then object mode. Cool. Now I can go fix his pants. Sculpt. And just come in here. Are you letting me sculpt? I'm the wrong object. No, I was right. Sculpt mode. Well, you know, let me move his pants. Fine. Let's see if we can't. I mean, it's not that big a deal anyway. It's not going to even notice if we couldn't change it. Sculpt mode. Oh, we can pull his boots out. I don't know why his pants are being a pain in my ass, but whatever. Oh, it's on mirroring. But that worked. I bet you it was on mirroring and I was trying to move the wrong way. Okay. Cool. So he's doing that. And we want to give him something in his hand to look at. So like right there, Shift A, mesh, go with a cylinder, S.05. Actually pretty close. Not bad. I'll shrink it down just a little bit more. And that way. And rotate it that way. And like that. That's good enough, I think, for what we need to do. We could obviously like collapse his hands around and all kinds of stuff, but I don't think we're going to. Because we're not going to like come up close and look at what he's looking at. I don't think. Save. 3. Control bevel. 3. Inset. Now, I can't do that. Okay. I can't tell which one's straight across. That looks pretty close. Doesn't even matter. And both. Cool. Then we'll bring this one up. And this one down. This one will bevel. Cool. I don't know. Gonna make it the same dirty yellow, just cause as a default. And we gotta do all transforms so it gets this Z, which is a pain, but we're not gonna move it, so it's fine. Let's see if that looks right. Yep, that looks cool. Cool. Plus sign. Do I have a rubber? Nope. Grab a rubber. Cool. And this plus a sign. And I'm just going to give it a color, I think. There we go. So she's got an object. We're never going to see it probably, but it's fun to make. You know, got to do something. I like him. And I want to make one more character, I think, down here. Put him here. And let's do it. Yeah, female. I love this model. She's always great. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Move that cylinder to human gen. Yeah, and I'm just going to parent it to object. Great. So he's part of that now. Just in case we ever need to move him or want to move him. Then her. Randomize all. Cool. Best way to make real people without having too many preconceptions. Just randomize stuff. Cool. She can be 5'4", sure. Randomize skin. Great. Hair is accurate. Good deal. Exactly. Outfit. I use this one a lot, but I like it. It just looks good for like people doing stuff. Let's just see. Just curious. No. Undo that. We don't want that one this time. Let's see. That'll work. I like that one. I'll give her pirate boots. Nice. Sure. I like it. Let's move it though. And edit the pose just a little bit, right? Yeah, I like that better. Like, hey. I like that. It's like, Bob, it's your turn to clean the latrine. Come on, man. Okay. I think we need to turn back on the trees. Oh, we need to bring our sky in too. Let's go grab it. Not link. Append. Oh, come on. Where are you at? There we go. Up. Bus exchange. Sure, we'll grab it from there. World. Okay. I'm going to grab that. Set our camera. The usual stuff. I don't think we went much more over 100 meters, but let's just set it to 250 just to be sure. And we'll focus on her in a second. Resolution. IMAX. Okay. Just so I can see everything now. Okay. Ugh, too much. Turn off geoscatter for just a second. Turn it back on. Watch me be behind a tree now. It's always the fun in this sort of thing. That's not too bad. We're gonna, let's see. Just disable some of the viewport real quick. Yeah, in the forest for sure. We'll leave the trees there, but debris off. Anything that's sort of flat to the ground is going down. If I don't see it blocking something, I don't need to see it. Those I need to see. Okay, that's better. That'll make it easier to move around. Oh, yeah, it is. Let's see. Take a look. Need a bit more light. Thought we might. Had a sun. I think our sun power, we've been going with like 2. It's not the most interesting, but it's not awful. That's too far down. I think that's what we're looking at. No, I just want a little wider too. This is 35. Let's try 22. It's a really wide shot. Might be a little too wide. 28. I think 28's better for us. And we want to turn off probably here. bones. There we go. So I can see her without being all the black stuff in the middle. That's fine. I think I'm down with that. All right, folks. I think we are done for today with this one. I'm just going to take a look back, but we got our structures, our towers, our people, everything's kind of in place. Pretty simple scene, but again, I want to make sure we finished it so we can start the new world on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it as always. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I hope you come back for the next world. I think it's going to be a fun one. Take care, and I will see you later.